I have an appointment with a new neurologist on Thursday to talk about like what it's going to be like to have a baby with Parkinson's, if that's even possible. So let's talk about it, make some breakfast. The whole baby thing of it all is one of the unique things I think about having sort of any illness when you're my age, which is 33. Ideally, I would have liked to have kids already between you and me, strangers on the internet. But, you know, Ryan and I got married. I was a nurse, COVID happened. We weren't in a rush, and now, I don't know, I'm like, I wish I kind of had done it earlier, but what are you gonna do? I have another friend, she doesn't have Parkinson's, but she has like her own chronic illness that's also progressive. She's my age and it's hard. Like everyone we know is having freaking babies all over Facebook, baby, baby, baby. And I'm happy. My best friend just had the most scrumptious little baby and I pour out my heart with love for her and her baby. And also, I want one. I'm jealous. Plain and simple, I'm jealous, I'm envious. I want that life experience. I know it's kind of risky to be talking about wanting a baby on the internet. One thing the internet loves is to talk to women about having babies and what they think and opinions and blah, blah, blah. And it's okay. I'm putting it out there, so come on. But this is like a huge part of my experience as someone in their 30s with Parkinson's, and I haven't really talked about it. I have so many like fears and things I'm thinking about that, I don't know, maybe you wouldn't think I would have to think about. Maybe you would, who knows? I think every person who's like wanting a baby thinks about, I hope it's healthy, I hope I'm healthy, I hope it all works. And I have those same fears, but I also have other ones, or just like curiosities. Let's call them curiosities. I don't want to like live in fear, but I'm curious. Curiosity number one is, will I have to go off my medication? This thing. I think I probably will. I mean, they don't do studies on women who are pregnant, which is good, but it also means I don't know what being on this medication will mean for my future bebe. So I'll probably have to be unmedicated, which is scary, but also I'm very lightly medicated now. This is Nupro. It's a transdermal patch called rotigotine. It's only 3 milligrams, and the status quo for treatment for Parkinson's starts at 4 milligrams. I'm undertreated anyway, so in my hope of hopes, if I go off of it, it won't be that bad. But I also am like really frightened of if it is really bad. For Parkinson's, your medication really helps you have mobility. There's no like cure, it helps with symptoms so that you can be more mobile and safer and exercise and all that stuff. I'm curious how much mobility I'm gonna sacrifice by going off my medication. If I have a loss of mobility, how much exercise am I gonna be able to do? Consistent, rigorous exercise is the thing that can slow down the progression of the disease. That's just like the only thing that's been proven. And then I'm like, well, people who are very pregnant can't always work out vigorously a lot anyway. And then comes after the baby's born, where I'm like, okay, I'll have been off medication for 9 months. I will maybe not have been able to work out as much as I want. How will my tremors be? Will I be able to safely hold my baby? Like, that's horrible. That is a crazy thing that I'm thinking. That's just where I'm at. That's just what it's like being in my 30s with this disease. Speaking of tremors, let's see how we're doing this morning. That seems pretty average. My left hand is more stable. Oh my gosh. Switching up the narrative. Usually my left hand is the way worse. So then I'm like, okay, after baby comes, I'll have been unmedicated for 9 months, presumably. Who knows how much mobility I'll have lost? Hopefully none, but hopefully I'm able to keep working out and all that stuff. There's a lot of hopefullys. And then I'm like, okay, if I can't be medicated while I'm pregnant, I probably can't be medicated while I breastfeed. That would stand to reason. And so then I'm like, okay, now I'm choosing between breastfeeding and safely holding my baby maybe. That's rough, y'all. That's rough. I hate that, actually. I mean, I know there are so many opinions about breastfeeding and babies on the internet. I'm gonna tell you right now, my channel is not the place for judgment. So if you have like anecdotal, how this happened for you, I'd love to hear, but I'm not about to like fan the flames of judging other mothers for making the decisions they need to make. Because it's like, it may be between me breastfeeding and me safely being able to walk with my baby. Like if I can't safely walk with my baby, my husband has to stay home all the time, walk to the changing table, walk. It's just like, that's not good. That being said, if I can't breastfeed with my medication, which I'm sure that I can't, I would be surprised if I could. Like my dream would be like to just muscle through and breastfeed sort of for as long as I can, a month, 3 months. I already have been unmedicated for 9 months, but it's the safety that I'm thinking about. How safe of a mother will I be able to be? I stopped nursing at the bedside because I felt like I was approaching the point of being not to my standards of safety as a nurse. I'm proud to say I never got to that point of unsafe because I stopped before I got there. And I'm like, dang, I hope that I can safely care for my freaking kid. And this all seems very dramatic. And it's not. It's just really what I'm thinking about. I hope that all my concerns are for nothing and it goes really well. My OB was telling me that like sometimes during pregnancy, your body sort of like fires on all cylinders and other health problems, ooh, I just burned myself, and other health problems just like sort of fade to the background and you don't feel them as much, which I would love. And of course, I'm the luckiest ever because my husband's like, whatever you want to do. But we both are committed to finding a way to have a family safely, and we're just gonna have to like see how it goes. I don't know. I was talking to someone last night, like wouldn't do a 10-minute video because I don't have a lot to say. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, bing, I got some things to talk about. I think I just wanted to share this because it's a huge part of my experience of Parkinson's is the fact that it's delayed me becoming a mother. And I don't think women have to become mothers to live full, fulfilling lives. That's just my opinion. But I am a woman that's always wanted to be a mom. That's just kind of who I am. So I definitely feel like the lack of that, or like not the loss, but like there's a little bit of grief of like that I haven't done this yet, especially when everyone in the world is on Facebook. Here's my baby, and they're so cute, and I love it, and I keep posting your babies everywhere. But it hurts me. Not actually, but like a little bit. When you have a chronic illness, envy really can live with you. When I was first diagnosed, the envy I had of anyone who could walk normally. Like I would literally be at work on the ICU watching my coworkers' feet like a freak. And I would just be like, that person. Woofy. It was a tough time. But then like the further I got into my diagnosis, I really was like, I don't know what that person's dealing with. Like everyone, abled, differently abled, seemingly healthy, obviously ill. Well, the human experience is so complex that like I really wouldn't change places with anyone. I really believe everyone has something they're dealing with that hurts them, and I try to remember that when I'm like fantasize about having other people's lives. And it's also just a reason to like really be kind and always give people the benefit of the doubt in that way. I really think about that a lot since being diagnosed, of like just being kind, because you never know what someone is invisibly dealing with. Thank you for joining me with this little chat. I hope that it goes over well. As always, I hope you have a good day, week, month, and year, and I'll see you next time. Bye.